this video, I'm going to do a quick Showit overview of the Showit platform. We'll get into more detail in some of the other videos. This is just a quick introduction. So right now we're on the main screen. So the first thing you'll notice is there's a little phone view of the mobile and then the desktop view. So if you can keep it like this and work side by side, or if you come down to this bottom bar, you'll see the little icons. That's a desktop. So that if you click the desktop, it just shows the desktop. If you click the phone, it shows just the phone version. And then if you click both, you'll come back to both. As you work on your site, you'll kind of see what you like better, if you like the whole view of the desktop, or if you like working side by side. A little note with Showit, whatever you do on the desktop, you have to do on the mobile as well. So like if we switched this color right here, it doesn't switch it on mobile. So you will have to do it on both. So then we'll start on the left panel. So there's two tabs, Site and Page. So right now if we click the Site, so there's kind of three main settings. So your site settings, this is where your domain would be. If you wanted to add a little icon, kind of like how Showit has their icon next to their name in the tab. You name your site here, your blog, and then third party, so Google Analytics and your Facebook ID are in those site settings. And then you have your design settings. So we'll kind of get into this more, but your color palette, your fonts are all in here. And then the media library. So I have some things loaded already, but you can create folders, and then this is where you would add all your photos and logos. And then you'll see pages. So this is kind of like your main navigation. So every new page, this is kind of where it shows up. And then your blog templates, if you have a blog. And then there's site canvases, which I'll get into what a site canvas is in a little bit. So if we click the home to come back to the home page, and now we click the page tab, you'll see these are all the elements that are on the home page. So what these are called canvases. So each one of these is a separate canvas. So you have this welcome message right here, that's one canvas, and then the meet canvas, that's another canvas. So before there's something called a site canvas that you saw. So a site canvas, so if we go to subpage header, whatever you do on a site canvas will change it to every single page that this shows up on. So for example, the subpage header, if we go to a subpage like about, it's also on info and portfolio and contact, so it's on all these pages. Since this is a site canvas, if we were, I'm just gonna delete this really quick. So we deleted that, we come to a subpage, you can see now it's gone on every single subpage. So it's a quick way to make edits to something without having to do it a bazillion times. So then next, we'll come back to the page tab and we'll scroll down to the testimonials. So you'll see these things called views. That's another thing we'll kind of get into when in the video about switching the testimonials. But you can have multiple views on one canvas. So if we click these separate views, you can see how it changes, but it's still under that canvas. So that's the left-hand panel. Now if we come to the right-hand panel, you'll see right now it's just canvas view in the canvas. That's because I was clicked on the canvas. So these tabs will change based on what you have selected. So right now, since I'm selected on this about canvas, these are all the settings for the canvases. So you can switch the canvas background, and then there's a canvas type as well. So window height, growth, content, or just normal. Usually you'll just pick normal. But now if we click the image, you can see these have changed now. So there's an image tab. This is how you switch images. You can do a lot of fun things with those, the size and position, the click actions if you want to add a link. Then if we change it to text, you'll see now it says text style. So changing the color, the fonts, all that fun stuff. And then the last panel you'll see is this bottom row. So I showed you the little icons before, but if you actually clicked onto a canvas, you'll see these three main icons down here. So you can add text, your galleries, shapes for a rectangle, icons if you want to embed code or video, and then adding an image as well. You can add that right down there. And then you have your top panel, so the name of your site's to the left. But then, so I made a new account just for these videos, but this subscribe button would actually usually be your publish. And then the preview actually lets you see what your site looks like. And then if we click this URL right here, it will actually open up in a browser. And now you can see what your site looks like in a browser. So that's just a quick rundown of the Showit platform. We'll dive deeper in other videos.